And it's not that they didn't think Shedeur had that kind of a high football acumen, because he does. But he was starting a little bit back further in the process of all the things that you have to do to go out there and play pro football, just in terms of the play calling and the sliding the protections and managing the motions and all that kind of stuff. He just had to get up to speed on that stuff. But he has just gone lightning quick at coming up that learning curve. And here's something to remember. We have now heard from a number of people. He is in that office every single day with Kevin Stefanski, going over tape and learning this pro game. And I think that has helped him tremendously. So for the narrative that's out there that Kevin Stefanski has tried to sabotage him and that he doesn't like him, no. The reason why Shedeur has learned as quickly as he has is because of all that extra time that Kevin Stefanski has put in with him in that office.
The crisis in Cleveland is now officially nuclear because Mary Kay, an insider, just dropped a bombshell that has the whole NFL world spinning. After the Shedeur Sanders sabotage scandal blew up behind the scenes, the Browns board is said to have been meeting in secret to find a new head coach. This is not a small issue. This is a mix of panic in the front office and chaos in the locker room. And it's becoming one of the biggest organizational disasters of the season. As soon as Mary Kay said that the board wasn't just worried, but was actually meeting several times to talk about candidates, social media went crazy. Fans have been asking for change ever since Shedeur's agents leaked that the rookie was set up to fail by not getting any first-team reps, not working on timing with his receivers, and having a game plan that looked like it came from a Madden simulation. But new reports say that those claims didn't just make fans mad, they made ownership look bad. The board is now looking for a coach in the league who won't mess with the future of the franchise quarterback, and the stress in that building is at an all-time high. It's crazy that this isn't just talk anymore. For days, people around the team have been saying that the board is very angry about how the offense was handled, how Shedeur was thrown into the fire without enough preparations, and how the coaching staff kept pushing the Dillon Gabriel situation while ignoring every sign that Shedeur was the future of the franchise. Mary Kay's report hit her hard because she only talks when something is happening, and people who work for the Browns say the board is treating this like a real emergency. They see the fan base turning against them, the players picking sides, and the national media tearing the franchise apart every hour. The board is said to think that the talk of sabotage isn't going away. It keeps getting bigger, and now it makes the organization look weak and not working well, which is something ownership will never accept. Sources in the NFL say the board wants a clean slate, stability, and respect, but Shedeur is the main focus, not the problem. This new turn comes after Shedeur's angry comments after the game, in which he talked about not being ready, not having chemistry, and said everything that fans had been saying for weeks. His honesty won over the people of the country, and now the story has completely changed. The new guy looks like the adult in the room, and the staff looks confused. Mary Kay's scoop only made things worse. Players were already wondering why the offense hasn't changed, why star receivers aren't getting targeted correctly, and why the quarterback room feels divided. Executives across the league are quietly watching the Browns fall apart. When a board starts looking for new members in the middle of the season, it means the leash is pretty much over. A source even said, yeah, the trust is gone. They're just waiting for the right time. And the craziest part is that every day this goes on, more big names are being whispered as possible replacements. This scandal has officially turned the Browns upside down, and it seems like the board is ready to start over in the most dramatic way possible. People are saying that the Browns board isn't just looking at their options, they are making big moves behind the scenes, and Mary Kay's report showed a whole plan that is already in motion.
Let me just say that performance that Shedeur Sanders put on against the Titans, I think that started to turn the tide within the organization. And if he really can prove that he is this gamer and he is this playmaker, then maybe they don't need to draft that quarterback. He's got 4 more chances to show that he is the guy. And, I was very impressed with that game. I just thought that he did so many things. One of the other things, in addition to the elusiveness, is that when he does have a big, bad, scary defender bearing down on him, he just can calmly stand there in the face of that pressure most of the time and calmly deliver the football. And I think there's something to be said for that too. He was hit 14 times and he dusted himself off, got back up and did it over again and brought them back at the end of that game to win it. That's what you want to see from your quarterback.
Rumor has it that the tension started weeks before Shedeur even stepped on the field, with several offensive staff members arguing over who should be in charge, how to call plays, and how much responsibility the rookie should take on. Some coaches wanted to let him go early, while others wanted to keep him back. And instead of bringing people together, it started a cold war inside. That's when the idea of sabotage really took off. Not just one bad choice, but also a fight for power that became public when Shedeur had trouble because he didn't have enough practice reps. Fans began to put the pieces together, players began to give each other side-eye, and the front office quickly realized that the story was getting bad. The board is said to have started these secret meetings right after Shedeur's emergency start against the Ravens, which went viral for all the wrong reasons. Reports say that the owners were very angry that a rookie was put into a playoff-level defense without any preparation, rhythm, or trust built with the starters. Mary Kay's update came out at the same time that insiders were saying that the board no longer trusted the way the team was being led. And let's be honest, as soon as fans saw Shedeur's raw honesty about never getting real first-team reps, everyone knew something was wrong behind the scenes. Mary Kay's confirmation, though, made it official. It's crazy that the board is also said to be split. Some people want a hard reset, some want a change in the middle of the season, and others want to wait until the off-season, but they already have their list of candidates, and names are popping up all over the place. There are talks about young coordinators who run modern schemes, former head coaches who know how to build around young quarterbacks, and even some big retired legend. It seems that the board is tired of old-school coaching holding back new-school talent, especially since Shedeur is bringing excitement to the fan base like no other rookie since Mayfield's early days. And now, here's the latest turn of events. People who work for the team say that the board was shocked when Shedeur got standing ovations at practice after videos of him destroying the first-team defense went viral. The players, the building, and the energy all changed around him. That made things feel strange because it made the owners wonder why the rookie wasn't getting help from day one. Mary Kay's decision to hold more coach search meetings only made things worse. The Browns are dealing with more than just a quarterback issue right now. They're in a leadership crisis, their locker room is split, and their fans are all in on the Shedeur Sanders era. And believe me, the board sees everything. That's why these meetings won't end anytime soon. The real heat started this week when new videos came out showing Shedeur lighting up practice like a superstar. The whole league took notice. Analysts began to say that the Browns had been hiding a weapon all along, and the sabotage story quickly went from a rumor to a huge embarrassment for the team. Mary Kay's report came out right in the middle of that storm, and since then the board has been having crisis meetings. They don't want coaching decisions that don't take the long view to ruin a young quarterback's growth. Especially since Shedeur is getting a lot of attention from celebrities and the media and is becoming one of the most talked about rookies of the season. When the rookie is the team's face and the coach is the question mark, someone is going to have to leave. And people who work there now think that's exactly what's going on. Rumor has it that the board doesn't trust the way the offense is being run at all. They believe that the plan is out of date. The rotation of quarterbacks is a mess, and the coaches can't talk to each other at all. Shedeur's problems weren't just normal growing pain. They brought up important problems with leadership, responsibility, and planning, and legends around the league have been saying the same thing all week. You can't treat a franchise quarterback like that. Mary Kay's scoop just proved that the board agreed. People close to the team said that the board was especially angry about how unclear it was how reps were given out. It seems that the coaching staff told the front office one thing and then did something completely different on the practice field. And when the truth came out, the owners felt like they had been hit by a truck. And let's be honest, nothing makes a franchise angrier than being humiliated in public. Shedeur's press conference went viral all over the world, and fans quickly blamed the coaches instead of the rookie. The change in public support is what made the owners start asking everyone questions in private. This is the most shocking new piece of information. People who know say that the board has already asked around the league about the availability of certain offensive-minded head coaches who are good at helping young quarterbacks grow. Some of the names are shocking, like a few who are currently working on TV but want to come back to the sideline. When the front office starts asking questions behind the scenes, it means the decision is already half made. On top of that, Shedeur's teammates have been showing him a lot of love on social media, celebrating his progress, sharing highlight clips, and calling him the future. The coaching staff is now under even more pressure because they seem to be completely out of sync with their own locker room. Mary Kay's report basically told the truth. This group is ready to move on. All they need is one last talk to make it official. The Browns board is said to be fed up because the Shedeur situation showed that there are bigger problems in the organization, such as trust issues, miscommunication, and ego clashes behind the scenes. Sources say this wasn't just about game plans this was about a staff that didn't want to change with the times, while the rest of the league did. And Mary Kay's confirmation that the board is already meeting to find a replacement shows that things have gone too far. The board is tired of seeing other teams do well with young quarterbacks, while Cleveland stays stuck in the same cycle. Great roster, wasted potential, and bad leadership. This week, insiders said that players have been quietly complaining that the offense is too predictable, stiff, and old-fashioned, and that Shedeur is the kind of quarterback who does best when he has freedom, creativity, and speed. Instead, he was put into a strict structure that didn't fit his strengths at all. Someone in the building apparently told reporters that the plan felt like driving a Ferrari in first gear. This made people even more angry online. Fans started to attack the whole offensive staff, saying they were wasting great players and making drama that didn't need to happen. People talked even more about the Shedeur sabotage after new practice footage came out that showed the rookie destroying the defense. Everything fans had been begging to see: smooth timing, deep shots, and throws that made them think ahead. And when those videos went up, they completely ruined any excuse the coaches had left. Mary Kay's news hit like a thunderclap, confirming that the board wasn't just ignoring the mess, they were actively planning a reset. The latest news is that the board is now narrowing down a list of offensive candidates who use modern systems: fast tempo, spacing, shotgun efficiency, and RPO variations, which are basically the opposite of what Shedeur had to do in his first game. Some of the names being talked about in private have a lot of power, a long history of success, and a reputation for turning young stars into MVP candidates. People in the league are shocked that Cleveland might actually do something this risky. People are also talking about how the board is keeping a close eye on team chemistry and how the players are reacting to Shedeur's rise. Many sources say that the locker room is mostly in favor of Shedeur being the long-term starter. And when the players choose the quarterback over the coach, it's clear what's going to happen. Mary Kay's update basically confirmed that the owners are paying close attention to those signs and don't want the team to be split up as they head into the hardest part of the season. It's not just about making things right. This is about saving a franchise before it falls apart because of problems inside. The board knows they can't waste another year with the wrong people in charge now that Shedeur has shown he's the real deal. The NFL is now watching Cleveland like a reality show meltdown because the signs are pointing to one thing: the board is getting ready to fire the head coach, and the Shedeur sabotage scandal is the last straw. Mary Kay's report basically said that the owners no longer trusted how things were being handled, and the leaks coming from inside the building make things look even worse. The board wants someone who can build around a dual-threat quarterback who is calm, smart, and has the potential to be a superstar. And Shedeur meets all of those requirements. That means the new coach will have a clear goal when they are hired. Give Shedeur control of the franchise and build everything else around him. Recent news says the board thinks they already have a team that can go deep into the playoffs. Strong offensive line, dangerous weapons, and elite defense. All they need is a coach who isn't afraid to change the offense and let Shedeur do his thing. The crazy thing is that the fans are already fully behind this plan. For weeks, they've been chanting Shedeur's name, posting on social media to show their support, and calling out the coaching staff. Mary Kay's confirmation of what everyone thought means the board is done, and the fans feel like their voices are finally being heard. It's a mess, but it's progress. People who work there say the board is getting ready to do this soon. The most recent rumor says they want a new coach to be in place by the end of the season at latest. But if the losing keeps happening or more drama comes up, that time frame could move up very quickly. And believe me, the board is keeping an eye on every game, every possession, and every reaction in the locker room. They're looking at the team's energy, discipline, vibes, and direction. Right now, everything points to a reset. Players have also been giving hints. Several stars have liked posts that support Shedeur, praising his work ethic and subtly criticizing the coaching choices that are being made. One player even wrote a mysterious message that said, "We know what the problem is," and fans immediately linked it to the coaching situation. Those posts made perfect sense when Mary Kay's report came out. The Browns are now at a very important point in their history, a make-or-break chapter. If they hire the right coach for Shedeur, this team could become a powerhouse. But if they let the sabotage energy go on, the whole locker room could break apart. That's why the board is moving quickly but quietly. They see the chance and don't want to miss out on building a dynasty around a young star who's already gotten the whole league's attention.